Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, Auto Rex. Have you ever witnessed a moment where just 1 second later, everything would have turned into a disaster? These accidents are not only dramatic but also take your breath away. Make sure to watch until the end, because what happens next will keep you glued to the wheel. And don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss the next exciting videos. This car was speeding, but what no one expected was that a terrible accident was about to happen. One wrong moment and the consequences were unpredictable. Will the driver survive? Let's see what really happened. The truck sped away and then suddenly flipped over. What happened? Did the driver escape in time? Take a closer look at the footage. The camper lost control and flipped over like something out of an action movie. But this wasn't Hollywood. This was reality. What happened? A terrible loss of control. The car crashed into the curb and flipped over like a roll of dice. But this was not a game of chance, but the result of a moment of carelessness. The moment of bad decision. The green car suddenly changed direction, but the highway is not the place to try your luck. And the consequence. A dangerous situation right before your eyes. Real-life physics test. When a car encounters an obstacle at high speed, will it A. Stop, B. Swerve around it, or C. Perform an involuntary stunt? The answer is obvious. Driving on snow is an art, and this is a failed one. The sled spins around as if testing the auto wrong way mode. When you trust maps more than road signs, and then realize shortcuts are only for those who like to test fly. When you try to overtake a truck, but forget that gravity still works, an unwanted stunt that ends in dust. A confident overtake until the wheels decide to go in a different direction when the highway turns into an art rink. Red light. Just a tip, but gravity and the laws of physics are not negotiable. A creative loophole, but it seems Newton didn't agree with the move. And here's the moment a driver decided to test the durability of the fence with his own car. The result, still counting the damages. When you think you're the king of the streets, but you're actually the king of the stupidest crashes of the year. When you decide to take a shortcut, but forget that physics is not your ally. The shortcut is sometimes the longest road. The fateful moment of collision. Who is right and who is wrong? Losing control in a split second, unpredictable consequences. Dangerous intersection at night. A tense moment between two vehicles. When you play racing games too much, and forget that there is no restart button in real life. When you trust the ABS braking system, but forget that trucks don't have ABS like you think. Thank you for watching the whole video. Which situation did you like the most in this video? Comment below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting moments. When you forget that the electric pole can't dodge. This sub just registered for the obstacle breaking competition, but it still doesn't seem to qualify. Hope the driver is okay. This car just decided to go on a nature adventure in an unexpected way. When you think you can break traffic laws, but the universe says, no. When you think the barrier will open automatically, it tests your reflexes first. If you want to park close to your house, use the driveway and don't try this Hollywood style. An ill-timed drift turned this sub into a street sculpture. When you try to corner like in Fast and Furious, but in reality it's not, like a dream. These two drivers just had an unexpected date right in the middle of an intersection, a valuable lesson in respecting traffic signals. Oh my god, I thought I was going to a parking lot, but ended up in a broken down car lot. This white car seems to have chosen the wrong route. Oh no, when you think you're a pro but it's actually a huge drift mistake. When you think you're a great driver, but in reality you're just an involuntary stuntman. When you're so excited to get to the store that you forget you're driving and not walking. When the driver decided to challenge the laws of physics without warning. The moment two drivers decided to turn an intersection into a stage for an impromptu metal dance. When the streets get too boring, drivers decide to bring a dramatic car stunt show. It's unclear whether this was a test of endurance or just a failed, who gives in, moment. But one thing's for sure, safety distance is not the top priority in this situation. When you're speeding down the highway and suddenly witness a steering stunt that could be your last performance. When you are enjoying a peaceful drive at night and suddenly encounter a supernatural phenomenon. When the red light is for stopping, but you decide to turn it into a speed challenge. A light touch, no, an intimate exchange between two cars. Hopefully their insurance has an action movie reenactment feature. A passionate greeting between two cars right in front of someone's house. Hopefully the homeowner doesn't charge for door-to-door entertainment. When you order home delivery but the driver overreacts. When you're too eager to show off your racing skills, but the universe wants you to try your crash skills instead. When you're in a hurry to pick up a passenger but take the wrong route. What a terrible turn. Do you believe in fateful moments? In just one moment, everything changed. The other car was out of control, and now what happens next? Just one small mistake, and fate changed. The giant car crashed into the barrier, flipping over in an instant. Can the driver escape this tragedy? Dashcam footage captured a dangerous moment on the highway. A car veered into another lane before swerving and crashing into the median strip. An earthquake suddenly occurred, causing serious subsidence. Security camera footage captured the terrifying moment, when a large tree collapsed, destroying a parked car. When you and your colleagues are both late and decide to have a meeting in the middle of the street. When you think this road will lead you to work, but actually it leads you to a real-life horror movie. The car spun out of control. Tons of metal tilted like a collapsing monster. When participating in traffic, just one wrong decision can lead to terrible consequences. On this road, a car recklessly overtook, not anticipating the danger ahead, and then, in just a split second, a serious accident occurred. The GPS told him to turn right, so the driver immediately turned into the field. Perhaps this is a shortcut that only insiders know.
The car was speeding down the highway, but in the blink of an eye, everything went wrong. A dangerous loss of control caused the car to crash into another car going the opposite way, creating a cloud of dust and smoke.
The car sped forward as if the driver had just discovered that the buffet was about to close. But unfortunately, instead of going to the restaurant, he was heading straight for a day of trouble. A breathtaking moment. The car suddenly lost control and crashed into the traffic like the first domino toppled. In the blink of an eye, 4 other cars were caught up in the chain reaction collision. Fortunately, there were no casualties, but everyone shuddered when witnessing it. On a slippery snow-covered road, a car decided to fly freely, forgetting the laws of physics. In a surprising turn of events on the highway, a truck decided to test its ability to take off. A truck and a van had a fateful encounter on the curve of death. It is unclear who was at fault, but it seems the van had a rather friendly conversation with the guardrail before being greeted by the truck from behind. The car driver probably forgot an unwritten rule. Trucks don't brake for you, trucks brake for gravity. Thank you for watching the whole video. Did the dramatic accidents just now make your heart skip a beat? If you want to see more breathtaking moments, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Which situation did you like the most? Comment below. See you in the next video.